It's week 3 of the 2024 season. And up next, we'll get a look at Damian Harris. He's coming off a great week, reaching triple digits in yards with a collection of touchdowns. It's the Ravens and the Saints, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the inner heart. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa. Throwing to start here is Tua. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Tua going to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's the first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Under pressure, they got him again. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Now, I know we're only 2 plays in, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, something has to change with the protection, and they can't wait to halftime to make an adjustment.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll set up to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Marcus May with a pick.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. He's at the 40, the 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I'm saying it because no one wants to hear about the kids or anything you can do. Between these defenses, a lot of people can't expect the offense to light this game up, and so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
I have a few questions about that throw because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The Ravens at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Yetur Gross-Matos getting in there to make the play.
And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this 1st quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion. And they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
They'll try and throw for it here. Yeah, that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Chris Olave.
43 yards.
And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone.
Takes it at the 7. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it. But I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
A give to Harris. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Let's go now.
On third down, here's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot.
The throw for Tony is intercepted.
It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Saints are going to take possession. Ball.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Throwing on second and 14. Tua. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. Now Tua. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up. What's going to be the final play of this first quarter? 7-7, our score after 1. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He's been picked off twice in this ball game already. And they'll try to sort things out here as they begin with the first down.
Harris starts the drive on the... Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
It's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Second and 5 now. Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Yeah, third down, you know those pass rushers. They're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coach coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force fourth down.
And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on fourth.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's fourth down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
2 and a throw again. Complete over the middle to Hardy. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Kamara will score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Offense returns to the field. There's the running back, the bruiser from Alabama, Damian Harris.
He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, ball's out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Here's Harris. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. He'll drop to throw.
On target to his man, Likely.
Just a yard, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Play action. Now it's Tua.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get it.
Good defensive call right there because that team shot his entire route, and he was right there ready to provide a hit to prevent him from making another catch to his big start.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt.
Patterson's kick is good.
And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Well, this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2nd and 6. Over the middle, he's got Watkins.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards. This is Harris.
Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now here's another carry for Harris.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this down to the 22.
20 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. This is Harris.
Paulson and Debo up to make the stop.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there, holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Now back to throw.
Complete to Likely.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Ready.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3.
They're going to look to throw. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Kadarius Toney,
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
and the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So that play drive spans 75 yards.
And it's Kadarius Toney who caps things with a touchdown reception.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken at about the 1. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Got an open man. It's Olave. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Tua setting up shop to throw again. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Tua going to throw. Able to complete this one to McLeod. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, New Orleans.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. The pass caught by Olave. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And again, it's Tagovailoa. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. Second touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Patterson now for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. As the offense reemerges, there's wide receiver Kadarius Toney leading him out. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
Try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his target, Harris. Now the Ravens going to use one of the timeouts. As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Good scoring forward contract there. So far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it. They'll look to throw here on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. New Orleans One's adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for third. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. Any surprise in your mind he's out there to start the second half after 4 first-half interceptions?
He's to be surprised by a lot of things, partner, but in this case I'm not, because you know they want him to be their guy. And the only way to truly establish that is to give him a chance to work through some of the issues he had in the first half.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Yetur Gross-Matos able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And that is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's got the hook up to McLeod. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
2nd down and goal. Tua. Touchdown, Saints. Will Dissly, his first touchdown of the new season. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Looking to throw. Finds his man over the middle. It's likely. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They're going to try and throw. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And he is going to have a Ravens 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Now back to throw. That's complete. Left side to Bateman. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Holding, offense.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll find Bateman once more. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Yetur Gross-Matos getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. John Hart. Trying to go for it this time, doesn't work out. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
From the 45 on second down, Tua. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
At the 31-yard line.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. They'll drop to throw. That went into the hands of Tony downfield. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
As a coach, just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Touchdown! Rashad Bateman, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is 20 to 10. 5 plays there on that drive. It's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here are the Saints to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. So often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Saints on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 17. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Down downfield throw tip, but he still got it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what coverage is pressure. Play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. On the move past the 40. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. It's hauled in by Hardy. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now Tua. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. His pass caught at the 4. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Kamara up the middle. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Saints look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's taken down here by the Saints. multiple defenders through this first play.
Well, you can just see it in their body language. We're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A three-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They're going to look to throw. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's complete to Tony. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Back to throw again. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target in the real pass, exactly where it needed to be. True threat for the second-year quarterback.
Two scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Saints hands team, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. First down now, but the clock continues to move. He'll look to throw. Touchdown! Quez Watkins from 21 yards away. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. Things get more interesting here in this round. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
They're all about the numbers, aren't
all
you?
about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Again, it's Kamara. They find some open field here. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 8. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
It's really been successful in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee.
And maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different, but ultimately time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short And they hold on to win this by just one possession.
Not the fourth quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away like this one was.
So for New Orleans, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.